This is fantastic to see after 62 laps around Monaco. All these cars fighting together, and I think there is a real possibility that they are going to start overtaking or trying to challenge Fizzy and Trulli.
Well, Fizzy will make a mistake in the end, won't he? If he's got so little rear grip, he's just got to brake early and hope. And look at this, Montoya having a go then at Jarno Trulli. So suddenly, and oh!
Yeah, that was Villeneuve and Massa. Looked like Villeneuve had a run at Massa because Massa was in front of him. It looked like they both went straight on, and that allowed Ralf Schumacher and Barrichello through. There goes Massa.
Noses off the Villeneuve car, and that looked way too hot into there. Look, indeed, Villeneuve on the very dirty piece of track. He's like, uh-oh.
He wasn't even heading for the apex, he was going inside.
No, oh, straight in. Whoops. He'll not be popular for that one because that's taken Massa out of that train of cars.
Well, more importantly, taking him out of the points-paying position that he was in 8th place, and Peter Sauber, who will not be very impressed with that. It's the one rule, golden rule, isn't it, for Grand Prix drivers? Don't take your teammate off.
Try your best not to, anyway. It happens sometimes because you're in the same car, you know. But yeah, try your best not to.
It was a clumsy move, wasn't it, Jensen? He really, I mean, I think he just got in so hot, almost caught him by surprise, and he was never going to make that.
The problem with turn 1 there, the curb is, you know, there's tarmac either side of the curb, so sometimes it's quite actually difficult to see the apex.
It'd have been better actually cutting across it and then re-letting it past it, but I'm not actually, maybe there was another car in the way, with a broadsided it. Look at this cue, how frustrating is that? Torque on an engine, I read, I think it was in Bike Magazine, a good analogy. Torque is how hard an engine can punch, and the power is how fast it can punch. And the torque, the twisting power of that Renault engine aligned to a good traction system and traction control system makes it very quick on the way out of slow corners. And that's why Fisichella can hold this enormous pack of cars up. But he's having to go so defensive on the way in now, and that's going to be getting really tight behind him. And look, Trulli has a go. Oh, he's got through. He made it. He's got through. And now Fisichella's going to lose 3 places because he just got put completely out of position. And he had to do it. He had to make a stick. Trulli loses another one now to Michael Schumacher. And finally a Barrichello too. So disaster then. He's fallen right to the back of the pack. They shuffled him out, hung him out to dry, wouldn't let him back in.
Fisichella then goes from 5th down to 10th in the space of 2 corners. And look at this, Montoya has got past Trulli, so clearly Trulli damaged his car by launching himself over that hairpin, and that's worked out very sweetly indeed for Juan Montoya. He has suddenly found himself in 5th place with clear air in front of him now to Mark Webber, who is 4th. Now we're going to see some fast laps from Juan Montoya because he is in clear air, and what a dramatic lap that was. Lap 65 here in Monte Carlo. And let's have a look again at what happened. Watch out for Trulli in the Toyota.
Trulli's gone in deep. Right, Fisichella tries to cut across, but left him enough space. But Trulli just bumped across the curb. Didn't actually quite need to do that. Easy to say from here. And we're going to see that from Montoya's car. And it wouldn't surprise me, Jensen, he hasn't broken an element of the suspension.
Yeah, you can tell by the way he's driving around now. I mean, he's really struggling. Look at that.
Yeah, it's probably a tie rod on the rear tie rod or something like that, or even push rod has gone, and he's just couldn't. It just moves all the way onto 3 wheels.
Yeah.
And oh, look at that! He just left Montoya, and very brave from Montoya to hang on in there.
The good thing is that he had a go. I mean that could have been an amazing move around Monaco, most difficult place to pass, but it just didn't quite go his way.
And if you look at Fisichella's left rear, it's actually heavily blistered now, as well as badly worn. So Alonso must be struggling like crazy up front. Raikkonen leads by 32 seconds from Alonso, who's half second ahead of Heidfeld, who's half second ahead of Webber, and now this next pack, Montoya, Ralf Schumacher up to 6th, Barrichello 7th, Michael Schumacher 8th, both Ferraris amazingly in the point, and how that Sauber mistake is going to be paid for later on, isn't it, in terms of lost points.
Yeah, very costly for them. They would now be 6th and 7th if it hadn't been for Villeneuve effectively taking Massa straight on down the escape route at Saint-Devote. Well, when the FIA announced the tyre rules, you can see Barrichello there having a little bit of a look up the hill. Trulli comes into the pits as well. They're going to check over that car. Ted Kravitz, what can you tell us?
Yeah, they changed the tyre on that. They're not happy at all. They're taking a very good look at the back of the car, but they think that it's all right. They've sent him on his way, but they did put a bit of fuel in that, which is strange if he was fueled to the end.
Sometimes they just put a bit of safety stuff in because people are definitely short shifting out there to get themselves to the end of the Grand Prix, and none more so than Fernando Alonso. Has he got enough gas to get